You have the wrong fucking gun! I shot him! Oh my god!
Jim, sit down.
It's White Boy Lockdown Radio, and we're back with another one. First time here, go ahead and sub up. Join Team White Boy Lockdown Radio over here. And if you haven't yet, look down below and give the members an option. Kimberly Potter. If you haven't been paying attention, this is going back. It was the woman officer in Minneapolis who decided to use her gun instead of a taser. I'm going to try to do this video as non-biased as possible, to give everybody, an update, my opinion, and what's going to happen for her next. I'm going to try to do this as non-biased as possible, okay? You have a female police officer, and if you could see at the beginning of this video, that's her natural reaction. I mean, it's body cam. You see what happens there. But it's not just there. When afterwards, her reaction is very emotional, as it should be. Okay, let's be real. But she just says a little bit too much. It is hard, man, because it's traumatic. Most people in their lives would never have to deal with something like that. Never have, let alone even shoot a gun by itself. But it's a big, it is a big mess up, man. No matter how you look at it, it's a big mess up. With this case here, you have someone who she's on camera saying, I meant to get the taser, okay, after it's already done. You're admitting that that you messed up, okay? It makes you think, how many times, right, did something like this happen, and the person that messed up, the person that did it, did not say that, just stayed quiet. I've been saying this on this channel for a long time, man. If you're in the wrong, if you're right or wrong, and you have to deal with police in general, if you're right, then you're right, okay. But it's best to just stay quiet. So many people do police officers' jobs, okay. If you just stay quiet, it's the best defense you have, okay. Nobody really utilizes that. It's the same, at that instance, she mixes up the taser for the gun. That advice directly gets applied to her. It is what it is. But she lost trial, and she's found guilty of manslaughter. So she doesn't get murder, she gets manslaughter. I don't know how it is there, okay. I know in Florida, could be a heavy sentence, but from what I've personally seen, my guess on this one's gonna be, a good ballpark that will more than likely happen, 7 to 15 years, okay? Before she loses it, before she loses trial, there's a lot of story. There's people protesting out there. They literally went to her house, okay? I'm trying to stay non-biased here because, look, I speak about, politics all the time, and I protested myself, okay? Not only here, but what I have planned to do here in the future. But I think protest, we have been seeing protests around the country for the last, 2 years now? And, with protests, you have to have cause, you have to have reason, I watched the footage of the protesters in front of her house, okay, before the trial, and they weren't saying too much. They were yelling and screaming. There's video, there's Instagram clips. they wanted TVs in the courtroom. Okay, that's what they were protesting about. You know, the courtroom, it has jurors and a judge. Okay, they were protesting. They wanted TVs in there so that they could see what's going on. That's where justice is going to happen. Okay, I didn't understand their protest. Okay, and literally that was the best thing that I could give you an example of. That was their best argument. They said they need to have TVs in the courtroom. Are the best thing. The other things they're protesting for are pretty ridiculous. You know, this is in Minnesota. You know, hey, that's just where George Floyd thing was and everything else. Bad time to mix it up. You know, I'm trying to be non-biased here, but at the end of the day, the woman she grabbed the wrong thing, and then she said what she said. Okay, and then even after that, she made a statement. It was almost like she was digging herself deeper and deeper in a hole. Okay, this is in a city where they just had national protest behind another whole thing. Okay, it was just it's a bad situation for her. Okay, it is what it is. But I wanted to say, you know, what happens now? Okay, I don't know. I'm doing this video. I don't know what her sentencing is going to happen. Okay, I do know that she's going to go into prison. Okay, it's evident, right? You know, if you are a woman and subscribe to this channel, please leave it in the comments about what I'm going to say next. Look, Miss Kim is going to go into the penitentiary. Okay, women and male prisons here in the United States are completely different. Okay, I have interviewed people who have done time in women's institutions. Okay, check it out. Shout out to Debbie. It's carpet munch. They're going to be munching carpet, you know, ASAP. Okay, Kim, I believe she has a family. I believe she's a mother. Okay, I don't know if she's going to go gay for the stay or what's going to happen. Or I mean, this is the time where you misplaced the penis for the vagina. You misplaced the gun for the taser. I mean, I'm just saying. If you notice the hat, it's beaver hunter. It's beaver season. I mean, I'm just saying this is what's going to happen here. Okay, this is all over a mistake and not being quiet about it. And if she was to be quiet about it, you know, that's on her conscience. Okay, I think what's happening here, man, is you look at a situation like this, and I'll tell you, for police in 2022, 21, whatever, you'd have to be crazy. Okay, I say a lot of time on the channel, people contact me because they want help with their YouTube channels and stuff. And I always say the same thing. Are you sure this is what you want? You'd have to be crazy to want to have a YouTube channel. Well, why do you say that? Man, people are banana cakes. Okay, you have to go through all types of things. Just watch. But they all say the same thing. No, it's going to go. Okay, and the next thing you know, their boss and everything else is getting called. It's out of control. But you have to be really nuts to be a police officer. Okay, it's sad now. I'm not trying to be comical here. I'm just telling the truth. It's sad. You know, you need police. Okay, you need police. Countries need borders, and you need police. That's just. I mean, come on, people. You know, it's getting tough. It makes you think. In the beginning of the video, I said it makes you think how many people got away with this. How many young people who, whatever what I imagine is 18 before you can go into the police force. How many young people are wanting to become police officers? I mean, they get the horrible attention these days, especially in cities like Minneapolis. You know, I could say here in Florida, Governor DeSantis has given them all raises and whatnot, but it's just getting bad. It's getting bad. This is an unfortunate case because you know, you need police, man. It goes both ways. When I say you need police, that's just common sense. You have to have police in your community. But the problem here is, just as a community needs police, police need the community. It goes both ways. Man, I grew up for a very long time in my life. For a very long time, I was anti-police. I blamed them for all my problems and issues, as it was their fault. as if they were selling the drugs, as if they were doing this. No. People don't realize that. So when the negative things are happening here to the police, myself in my old ways would be cheering it on. I might just go to a protest and say, you need to have a TV in the courtroom. I mean, it's an unfortunate situation. It's just my take on it. Look, I don't know when she goes into the prison if she's going to be munching carpet or not, but I'm just saying, I just know that's what happens in women's prisons. Leave it in the comments. And until the next one, we'll see what happens. Y'all stay safe, stay out, stay smart, and man, look, community. Community needs police, police needs community. Any which way you look at that, it's the truth. Beaver Hunter, and I'm out.
And look at the facts of the case. He crossed state lines. False. He's a white supremacist. False. None of that is true. And the lies that they can just get away with spreading is just sickening, and it's a disgrace to this country.